Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. Yes, we are open. I am here. I'm at the store. I know I told you guys last week that the store would be closed all week long. Well, things change. We had kind of a last minute change of plans that were unavoidable. So I figured, well, I'm here. Let's open the store. So I've been here all week. The store is open this weekend. I'll be here throughout. No rescheduling as of now. So, and we are headed headlong into Record Store Day now in less than a month. So we'll be here. We're not going to have any closures probably until June now, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know as we get a little bit closer to all of that. But regardless, I'm here having fun. But the change of plans and the delay did mean one thing, and that means we did not get a new vinyl shipment. I know there's a lot of big orders coming in that were due this week, a lot of big orders next week. I thank you guys for your patience and understanding on that. We will have everything in next week for sure when we get back on to our regular schedule with the suppliers and the shippings and the like. So that being said, I don't have a heck of a lot to talk about today without new releases. I got a couple things I'll show you from the vintage drops, and we'll talk a little bit about that and other things coming up here. But let us, in the meantime, say some hellos. I think I'm catching a lot of folks here by surprise this morning that we're here. So let's get these hellos out of the way if I can see that small print. Let's see. Jennifer, good morning to you. Got in ahead of the curve here. Good morning, and thanks for being here. TKR Video Central over in Boston, TC. Yep. No good week off, man. As I was just mentioning, we were here. I was here. It was going through. Dan, top of the morning to you. He's got the little shamrock. Yep, it is St. Patty's Day coming up on Monday. And with the last name of Gleason, you know that, well, I'm not going to be celebrating, but I got the heritage. So that's good enough for me. So happy St. Pat's on Monday to everybody as well. Fred on the west side, good morning to you, sir. And Chuck as well, good morning. Katie O'Gleason as well, saying good morning. A little sunshine. Hopefully things are well with you guys over there. Pat, Clary, there's another good Irish name. Clary happening in. Good morning from the balmy Upper East Side. Balmy indeed. We had a thunderstorm roll through earlier this morning too. That was an interesting one. I know they had a big one up north as well. Let's see. Ryan saying hey, and Rick, greetings from the west as well. Scott Taylor, good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. And Gerard, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, like I said, it is what it is. We had that shift of plans, so no trip north. I was here open. But the good news is, without the new vinyl coming in and with so many people thinking that we were closed this week, I got a lot of stuff done here at the store. So I have been digging into some of the vintage vinyl piles and boxes that I've been waiting and trying to get to. Got a lot of records washed, getting some stuff ready for a special Record Store Day drop, as always, like we do. But yesterday with the vintage drop, I put out two, in case you missed it, over on our YouTube channel, and we linked that back to Facebook as well. The regular Friday vinyl drop had a lot of goodies in there, but no new vinyl, as we mentioned, but a lot of other newish, gently used titles, so stuff that we normally will carry. I mean, there's AC/DC in there, some Fleetwood Mac, some Hendrix, lots of other good stuff. If you missed it, go back and look. It's a chance to pick up some new vinyl. These things they're practically brand new. They're just opened and used, so they're a few bucks off. You can get a good deal on titles that we normally carry and move quickly. But they're open, so you're down $4 or $5 on some of those. It's a great deal. Swing by and grab those while you can. But those are in the video. You can check those out yesterday. But then mid-afternoon, yesterday, Friday, I put up a bonus video. This is me getting to a lot of those other vintage crates that I've been talking about getting to. Our soundtracks, I don't know if you can see them way back in there. Our soundtrack section has been getting a little bit thin of late, and I've been sitting on a few boxes of them, trying to get to them. So we have got 1.5 crates of soundtracks, vintage ones that are cleaned up. And we're talking old ones, even old cast recordings, all the way back to like the Gone with the Wind, Showboat. Those, a few are newer ones. I've got more coming out in the next week or so as well. But this is going to be a major infusion into the soundtrack shelf if you are into that older soundtrack stuff. So make sure you check that video out. Very few of the soundtracks picked up yesterday. We weren't that busy, so there's still a lot of great ones that you can grab today and tomorrow in there as well. So make sure you check that out. A couple of highlights from the vintage drop yesterday, although one of them is a new. I kind of had off the side. Being that it is St. Patrick's Day on Monday, we're closed on Monday, so we're not even going to do our traditional St. Patrick's Day treasure at the end of the rainbow mystery bag. We'll save that for next year. But there are some good ones. We had this come in a while ago. It's a Celtic Thunder, much like the Celtic Woman. This is a new vinyl copy. We've had that for a while now. But Celtic Thunder, the male equivalent, Heartland, Danny Boy, Caledonia, Falling Slowly, The Dutchman, right on Ireland's Call. Some cool Irish music if you're feeling in the mood for that. This is an open, and it's in really nice shape, and it's really cheap. It's like $9. Still got the sealed Celtic Woman. I saw these artists twice. It's been like 10 years. Back when I was working some television stuff, and I got to do some behind-the-scenes footage with them. Very nice. I got a photo or two floating around somewhere. Great concert, but that was back in Saginaw, like I said, 10 years ago. Plus. So that's it. We had somebody come in just the week before last and raid the Irish music that we did have. They took a lot of it, so I really don't have much of that left, so to speak. Maybe a dozen albums of the Irish. If you come in today or tomorrow and you need some Irish music, I'll point you to them. But again, there's not too much left. A couple of other real neat ones from the vintage that I put out. Some of the higher dollar collectibles. Tokyo Police Club is out with their A Lesson in Crime. I don't believe that this is anything special. Just a black vinyl version, but it's still a fairly collectible album according to Discogs. We have got that priced nicely. Didn't catch this. It's a, I banged myself in the face here. Batman Begins soundtrack. This is Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard. Double LP UK pressing on orange vinyl. Pretty nice looking stuff. This one, let's show what this looks like here. If you're into the Batman stuff, that looks kind of cool. Also moderately priced, but yeah, double LP collectible on that one. And then finally, one of the other older collectibles, and let me call this one up. I gave this a listen yesterday, just kind of very curious as to what it was. Evie Sands and the album Any Way That You Want Me. This one originally from 1970. This is a 1970 press. This is no slouch on Discogs, by the way. It does reach the triple digits, but we've got a very nice copy of this on the shelf, and what I put that right about $45 or so. So it is it's a nice album. Very Carole King-ish. It's that softer rock. What does Discogs call it? They call it vocal pop rock. So it's got a little folksiness in there, but yeah, Carole King, think that. And you know what? I don't even know who Evie Sands is. I probably should have looked that up. And I probably should know. Pop music, Brooklyn born. Yeah, I don't know what else if she was in other groups. Let me see here. She was in groups Adam Marshland's Chaos Band. All right. Okay, so if you're familiar with Evie Sands, then here you go. We've got a good one on the shelf amongst many other things. So check out the vintage vinyl drop video from yesterday and see what's left. Check out the bonus drop video of the soundtracks. See what is left on that. And we will go from there. Let's see. Let me call up some more comments and chat a little bit about the upcoming record store day, and we'll go from there. So let's see. Vinyl Piper, good morning from Los Angeles, West Coast. You're up awful early, but thank you for being here. And Katie asking if there's any copies of Live at Fenway, the Noah Khan. Nope. The indie exclusives of those went fairly quickly, and I think I've got a couple more on order, but of course, without the new vinyl, we didn't get that in. Katie, speaking of the Noah Khan double live album, Live at Fenway, something she had asked about, man, it seems like a long time ago, this one's been in the offing. It showed up. We sold out. I will try to get more if you folks are looking for that as well. And let's see here. TK Video Central, TKR says, TC, Professor Carlson is going to want the Tokyo Police Club. It does. He hasn't said anything, but we'll find out when we talk with Steve a little bit later. Well, it's tomorrow, actually. We'll talk with Steve. And speaking of Steve, let's call up our podcast. Two guys talking about records, and I really should have prepped for this a little sooner, and I did not. What the heck here? I'll try and post this later. We are in week 2, heading into week 3 of our Madness in March vinyl. The Essential Albums Madness is, we don't want to get in trouble with the NCAA by calling it something else, but we're down to 8 albums. You guys get a chance to vote on that. All you got to do is head over to our podcast, and I'll put the link up on our Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram as well, so you can vote, because we are down to 8 albums, moving into the final 4 for the next week of some essential ones. And even though I can't show you because I'm running out of time, and I probably could have called this up sooner if I'd really wanted to. Let's see. This week, the essential albums going against each other are the Who's Next album going up against the self-titled Violent Femmes. Not much of a contest there for essential. On Steve's side, it's Led Zeppelin 4 going up against Boston. That's a toughie, but I think I know who's getting the edge. The second batch from me are Pink Floyd's Animals and Dave Brubeck's Time Out. These guys advanced from the last one, by the way, and this one's a runaway as well. And then Steve's final pairing are the Velvet Underground, self-titled, and Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. I do have a very nice bracket graphic. If I'd been thinking, I could have showed you guys and called it up. But I'll post that up on our socials so you can take a look. But head over. You've gotten through tonight. Tomorrow morning, we'll cut off the voting right before we record the next edition of our podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records. And we'll see who advances to the final 4 of essential albums. But you guys need to chime in and let us know what you think of that and which albums should go. If it works, I think Steve and I will do this every year right around this time with a different theme, and we'll see how that goes. But this week on Two Guys Talking About Records, Steve and I are going to discuss our favorite guitarists, solo and or otherwise in a group. We're just going to talk about guitar players that we think really are cut above, the ones that really rock it in. So that is on Two Guys Talking About Records, our podcast. You'll see it here on our YouTube channel. You can pick it up also on Spotify and iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon, everywhere that you get podcasts. This thing's out there. So we're very happy that we're having fun with that and reaching out to everybody. And folks are digging it as well. I'm not gonna lie. We're having a ton of fun with that. All right, let me get rid of that. And let's see here. Ivan Music Man, I won't call that up, but happy weekend to you. Thank you for being here as well. All right, we are, as I mentioned, barreling toward Record Store Day, less than 1 month away, coming into that. April 12th is the date. Some of the titles have started showing up on my distributors' lists, as in, I think that they're going to begin shipping these things in the next week or so. So we'll start to have a better idea of what it is we're getting. I know it's moving very, very quickly. I'm nowhere near ready. I've got to get a bunch of other stuff done for this as well. So we'll get there. Just hang on tight, folks. But yeah, the RSD stuff is going to start showing up. I doubt next week, but probably, I could be wrong, maybe, but for sure the week after we'll start getting some of these in. And as the stuff comes in, I'll try to give you updates. But don't forget the big live stream the night before Record Store Day. So Friday night at 6 p.m. on the 11th of April, we'll do our live stream and tell you everything that we've got in store for that following day. Should be a fun one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up today. You guys have a great one. Mid-Michigan area, I even forgot to mention, a little cloudy, warming up. We hit 70 here yesterday, which was nice in March, but unexpected. But we're back down to the chilly temps and a little rainy all the way today. But still, it's a good day to stop on down, do some digging. Also should mention, too, that we are doing another major input into the Dollar Den as well. So Kim is going to be here tomorrow. She's going to restock a lot of stuff in the Dollar Den for tomorrow afternoon. And I've been putting stuff in there all week. So it's a lot of good stuff going in there, too. It's a little beat up, but still really good stuff that otherwise would be out on our main floor. But some great stuff going on back there as well. All right, I'm going to wrap it. As I said, you folks have a great weekend. Stop by and see us here at the store. Yes, we are open. I am here all weekend long. Dude will be here tomorrow too, Sunday, by the way. But here today, Saturday, from now until 6 p.m. Eastern Time, just north of downtown Midland, by the way. Tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. if you want to get your vinyl fix on a Sunday. Closed on Monday, St. Patty's Day. I'll change my name to O'Gleason for that day. And closed on Tuesday for our normal one. Then back at it next Wednesday. All of the new vinyl shipments should be here, knock on wood, next Thursday. So I'll start calling folks with their orders. And again, lots of big stuff coming this next week. It's going to be a crazy one. the new Rush box set is coming. All right. You folks have a great week, and we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here.